See version Y 2.1. The video upscaling technology Flash VSR in the diffusion model for video generation version 3B is still a pretty good update. It mainly addresses previous issues such as slow speed, high computational cost, and degradation at high resolutions. Additionally, there's an updated FSampler which allows acceleration with the same number of steps when using FSampler. Then let's take a look at the workflow. We're using RunningHub, the world's largest online anti-aging computing platform. In terms of quick startup, we need to load a video. However, this loaded video should be in its original size rather than being zoomed in. If it's too high definition, that could cause issues. After rendering, there should be no degradation issues anymore, but the improvement might not be very noticeable. Prompt words are helpful. Here, I've made them in reverse order. You can see that the intensity is more obvious than some results shown earlier, even to an excessive degree. So you can manually enter simple prompts here, or even directly remove the constraints on width and height. If we use 48 GB of GPU memory, the maximum resolution we can achieve is 2K. That should be fine. Then we saw some details. Here, KGC uses a 2.1 billion parameter video model, which shows that our previous approach of scaling up from a 1.3 billion model was correct. Using overly large models as upscaling for videos is very slow and often produces results in just one step at the sampler. It's clear our original model doesn't work, which is exactly what happened after training, turning the large model into a fast single-step model. The decoding speed has also improved. After reading the detailed documentation, even its decoding VAE has been implemented. When replacing and merging in this video section, I take over the audio from the original loading video and the frame rate as well. These can be modified and customized according to your needs. Let's look at some test results. The conclusions are definitely useful, especially when hair is maximally rendered, allowing for a clearer view of the face. The resolution of this video is 512 by 768, and the playback speed is still quite fast. To upscale the video to 1080p, the sampling technology takes about 30 seconds because it processes one frame at a time, making it very fast. It's already quite fast compared to our CVR. But videos generated by AI always have some grainy texture, so they can't be perfectly enlarged yet. So overall, this is the right direction. The enlargement of videos still requires diffusion models to achieve. If there's going to be some change, you have to understand the context. Navigate to AI in the Learning Hub or click the link in the introduction to register and receive 120 HB daily. Logging in each day will earn you an additional 100 points. The corresponding AI workflow and one-click AI applications have been deployed online and can now be run and tested online. Then let's look at the update to the FSampler. In our daily workflow, it appears as a sampler. Just search for FSampler to load and apply it directly. In this case, I actually did some tests, and the conclusion is as follows. When we use an accelerated model, we are already in a low deployment scenario. The gain from using the FSampler is extremely small, almost negligible. Personally, I think it can be ignored altogether. So where is the main highlight of the FSampler? The more steps you take, for example, if I don't accelerate here with 25 steps, it takes 60 seconds to generate one image. Switching to mode HRS2, the generation speed drops to 46 seconds. So is that a 20% acceleration? In comparison, the difference is actually very small. Of course, the building on the left is gone, so in what situations is the FSampler suitable? When generating more steps, we usually get better quality, but the waiting time is too long. Let's use an FSampler instead. If we've already incorporated an acceleration model, there's actually no need to use the FSampler here as the acceleration effect is very minimal. For example, in the Y 2.2 system, if you want to insert a VF sampler, the first one isn't supported, and if it can't be inserted, the gain won't be very noticeable. The reason is very simple. Here I have only 4 steps. Usually there are more steps, and the more steps there are, the longer it takes, and the more obvious the gain becomes. The FSampler itself is very simple to use. Since I've already excluded the Y 2.2 model, I just need to adjust the image model here. In the image model, we can simply replace the original K camera directly. In my opinion, the watermark here is still very low, making it highly cost-effective. The first one is the image generation with WAN 2.2, and the second is the career model. The career model is the latest update of the Flux model with hard constraints, and it can express unique beauty. The third model is QN Image, a large-scale single-model system. I personally find it quite good and acceptable. So most of the time, this channel shares open source models and projects, but closed source models are where RunningHub really shines. It has brought down the prices of many popular models like V2. Some models like Kaling and Wansheng have specifications that are even lower than the officially announced prices. The more you use it, the more you'll realize that saving up over time really adds up.